Hi, June. It's good to see you.
오랜만에 만나죠?
Yeah, it's been a little while. How have you been?
잘 지낸 것 같아요.
Yeah,
쌤은
how's you
어땠어요?
been? Yeah, I've been okay too. So not too much is going on.
우리가 그동안 했던 얘기는 원래 우리가 계획과는 좀 다른 얘기들을 많이 했었죠.
Yeah, we were always thinking about doing something more about mental health, but then COVID-19 happened, so we try to do more things geared towards that.
그래서 코비드 19에 관한 어떤 팁이 필요할지 그거에 대해서 좀 얘기를 나눠봤는데 그 사람들이 진짜 우리한테 궁금한 얘기는 뭘까?
Yeah, you know, we can't just keep doing the COVID-19 stuff because I think a lot of people have developed their habits and they've developed their routines around that.
그렇죠. 이 사람들도 이제 다 적응을 많이 해가지고 자기 나름의 이제 규칙이 생겨서
Right.
우리한테 듣고 싶은 것보다 아는 게 더 많으실 거예요, 아마 이제.
Yeah. It's like people know what to do about COVID-19 probably more than we do in terms of their routines and such. But you're right. Maybe it's time to come back to answer the questions about mental health that most people are wondering about.
쌤 생각은 어때요? 뭐가 제일 궁금할 것 같아요?
You know, one of the big questions that I get asked a lot is, what's the difference between a counselor, a psychologist, and a psychiatrist?
상담사와 심리학자와 정신과 의사의 차이. 우리가 첫 에피소드에서 잠깐 얘기를 하긴 했죠.
Yeah, when we were introducing ourselves, we briefly talked about it. Licensed professional counselor is someone who has gone to graduate school and studied for about 2 years and gotten some experiences. And they're able to provide psychological services, usually in the form of talk therapy.
그게 저고. 그러니까 저는 이제 LPC라고 보통 부르지만 이 Licensed Professional Counselor 그 약자인데 상담은 사실 누구나 할 수 있는 거잖아요.
Yeah, you could get counseling from a friend or close family member, but you could also get professional counseling from someone as well.
그래서 이 구분을 좀 잘 아는 게 그리고 다음 에피소드에서는 어떻게 찾아가는지까지 이 얘기들이 가장 우리한테 궁금한 내용 중에 하나가 아닐까.
Yeah, so in the next episode we can talk about how do we go about finding a therapist or who, once you find someone, how do we go about getting the services? But I think you're right. Maybe for this episode we can talk about the differences between some of the main mental health professionals that are out there.
네, 오늘은 그러면 각자 하는 일들이 같은 건 어떻게 같고 다른 건 어떻게 다른지 그거에 대해서 좀 얘기를 해보죠.
Yeah, let's talk about the similarities and differences among them. So let's start off with talking about licensed professional counselors. Let's start with what kind of training you get. What's your training like?
학사를 끝내고 그 다음에 석사,
You get your master's degree.
마스터 과정을 거쳐야 되는데 마스터 과정 동안 공부를 해야 되는 그 최소한의 이 과목들이 있죠.
There's a set curriculum of which you need to study within your master's degree. Yes.
학교를 다니는 동안에는 이제 프랙티컴이라고 해가지고 실습이죠.
You're doing your practicum while you're in graduate school.
실습 과정을 정확히 기억이 안 나는데 한 몇백 시간을 하게 돼요. 이제 나머지는 이제 그냥 학교에서 공부하는 과정들이고요.
Right, so you're studying and getting a few hundred hours with your practicum.
네, 그러고 나서 이수를 한 다음에 NCE라고.
Do you have the national test that you have to take in order to show that you have the knowledge of a counselor?
그래서 이 National Counselor's Exam을 본 다음에 합격이 되면은 인턴 과정을 거치게 돼요.
So you get your internship after you pass the NCE.
그럼 인턴십을 시작하면 인턴십에서 이제 3,000시간이라는 이게 텍사스 얘기예요.
So in the state of Texas, your internship, you have to get 3,000 hours of experience. That's
그렇죠.
a lot of hours.
네. 많은 시간인 것 같아요. 많은 시간이긴 한데 사람을 만나서 대화를 하고 그래야 되니까 라이센스가 있는 사람과 없는 사람의 차이는 라이센스가 있다는 얘기는 어떤 식으로 우리가 일단 이론을 배우면서 theory를 바탕으로 해서 우리가 어떤 테크닉을 사용하고 그 가장 사람한테 문제가 없는 방법을 찾아내는 거거든요.
Yeah, so the difference between you who has your credentials, your degree, as well as your license, and someone who doesn't have their degree and license is the training that you get in graduate school. It's 2 years, right?
네.
As well as you're taking an exam, a national exam, and you're doing the 3,000 hours of experience to make sure that you know how to treat someone and you know the difference between someone who is normally functioning and abnormally functioning.
그 이유는 상담이라는 게 그냥 앉아가지고 무슨 일이 있었어요? 그리고 질문하는 게 아니거든요. 물론
Right.
질문하는 거지만 목적이 있는 질문을 하는 거거든요.
So it's not just going out there and asking any kind of question. There's a
그건 뭐 그냥
purpose
친구도 할 수
behind.
있는 거니까요.
Yeah, there's a
네.
purpose behind
네.
those questions.
그리고 그 목적을 위해서 대화를 하는 거고, 그리고 클라이언트들이 자기들 혼자 뭔가 지금 문제는 느끼고 있는데 무엇인지를 정확히 모를 때 문제에 접근하는 방법을 가르쳐 주는 거고, 그걸
So
위해서 대화를 하는 거죠.
So once they show, or once you go through those questions to figure out exactly what the issue is that's going on, you have to work with them to kind of figure out, it's like, okay, how do we get past this? How do we work through this?
그런 목적을 공부하는 거고, 그리고 훈련을 받는 거기 때문에 많은 시간이고 많은 노력이 필요하긴 하지만 그렇다고 그게 아주 과한 시간은 아닌 것 같아요.
So because there's so much you have to do in that time period, because figuring out exactly what someone's issues are and helping them go through that takes a long time. And so the 3,000 hours goes by quickly.
그럼요. 그리고 무엇보다 또 더 배워야 되는 건, 더 적응하고 배워야 되는 거는, 저도 사람이기 때문에 저도 상담사로서 클라이언트를 만나는 입장이긴 하지만 저도 사람이라서 그 얘기에 영향을 받을 수도 있고 또 거기에 따라 저의 감정도 변할 수 있거든요.
So as a person, a human being, there's a lot of exchange between the two of you. You learn about yourself as you learn about others.
그런 과정들을 공부해 나가는 거죠. 훈련 기간 동안 그 3,000시간이라는 게 그런 시간으로 따지면은 그렇게 또 긴 시간이라고 할 수는 없는 것 같아요.
So with you helping so many people, as well as learning about yourself and developing your techniques and how you want to help people, those 3,000 hours do go by pretty fast.
여기까지가 상담사가 되는 과정이죠. 그럼 다음으로 제가 쌤한테 궁금한 거는
Yes.
사이콜로지스트가 되기 위해서, 심리학자가 되기 위해서는 어떤 스텝들을 밟아야 되나요?
Yeah, so a psychologist, they have to get their doctoral degree in order to become a psychologist. Sometimes it's a PsyD, a doctorate in psychology, or it's a PhD, which most people are familiar with.
그러니까 제일 먼저 필요한 거는 석사까지도 하고 그 다음에 박사학위까지 끝내야 사이콜로지스트가 되기 위한
Yes.
조건이 충족되는 거군요.
Yeah, so some paths have people where they get their master's degree and then they get their doctoral degree. There are programs nowadays where you just go straight into your doctoral degree from bachelor's degree. So it is possible to go either of those paths. Typical graduate programs can last, for the doctoral program after you're done with your undergraduate, can last about 5 to 7 years, just depending on how things go or how things are scheduled.
배출러 과정이 끝나고 5년, 6년 정도요.
Or 5 to 7. 5 to 7
7.
years.
그 5년, 7년 사이에는 어떤 공부들을 하게 되고 어떤 경험들을 하게 되나요?
Yeah, it's different for every student. I think most people think of education as like, oh, high school's 4 years, or college is 4 years, or master's is 2 years. But doctoral programs are a little different, where it's not set so much. It depends on what you want to get out of it. So some students want to get a little bit more experience. They want to specialize in something, or some students want to spend more time doing research, and so it might go longer, it might go shorter, and it just depends. So there's a lot of content knowledge that needs to be obtained in those graduate years. A lot of the classes that are very similar to the ones that are in counseling are taken, as well as other courses that specialize a little bit more. In addition, they take a lot of research courses, like statistics courses, and then they also take a lot of practicum experiences, here and there doing different things. Those courses are important because as a practitioner, someone that's out in the field, you should be up to date on the latest research. And it's hard to understand that if you don't have that kind of background.
네, 맞아요. 그리고 제일 중요한 거는 어떻게 대화가를 배우는 거죠. 예, 어떤 이 프로페셔널끼리 어떤 숫자를 가지고 어떻게 대화를 하느냐.
Right. It's like, how can you understand the stuff that's going on there? Doctoral students, their final year, they do their internship, and it's done all over the country. They have a match process that's very similar to what medical students do for their residency. It's, you go around, interview at all these places, they rank the applicants, and then the applicants rank the places, and then it's all matched that way. After that, they can take the national exam. Ours is called the EPPP, so the EPPP. And you have to get a certain score depending on the state that you're living in. Most states require a certain number of postdoc hours. So after you've graduated, got your degree, after you pass the exam, you then have to get so many hours of experience. And it differs from state to state. Some states have 2,000, some states have 1,700. It just really depends on the state.
주마다 이거 마찬가지로 다르군요. 쌤은 얼마나 했어야 됐나요?
I got 2,000 hours of experience after my doctoral degree. So that allowed me to go to several different states and get my license. One thing about that is, on top of that, and I think it's the same for LPCs, you also have to take the jurisprudence exam,
그렇죠.
which is the laws around mental health for psychology and counseling.
그것도 주마다 다 다르죠.
Yeah, it's different state to state. Yeah.
그럼 거기까지가 사이콜로지스트가 되는 과정이군요. 그리고 이 자리에는 없지만 정신과 의사가
Oh yeah,
되는
psychiatrist.
방법은
Yeah.
나중에 한 에피소드에서 우리가 사이콜로지스트를 초대해서
Yeah.
얘기를 해보는 것도 좋을 것 같아요.
No, I think it'd be great if we could invite a psychiatrist onto our show and for us to interview them. But maybe we can tell people kind of what we know about a psychiatrist. So psychiatrists go to medical school.
그렇죠. 가장 간단한 거는 의사죠.
Right.
이분들은 정신과 의사.
Yeah, they're medical doctors.
네, 정신과 의사들은 의대에 똑같이 가서 외과 의사, 성형외과 의사, 피부과 의사 똑같이 의대를 가서 의과대학을 졸업하고 의사가 된 사람들이죠.
Yeah, they go through the same medical training as any medical doctor that's out there. Now, this is where I get a little fuzzy because I'm not a psychiatrist, so I don't know for sure. But my understanding is, as they go through that training, they then get specialized training in their residency for psychiatry.
그렇죠.
I could be wrong, but that's what how I
저도 그렇게
understand
알고
it.
있어요.
Yeah.
네, 다른 의사들도 자기가 전공을 정하면서 그쪽에 레지던시를 하고 그러는 것처럼 정신과 의사도 똑같이 병원에서 근무하면서 그런 걸로 알고 있어요.
Yeah, they either work in a hospital or a clinic, or they may have their own practice out there. The biggest difference that most people know them for, it's they can prescribe medication.
그렇죠. 약을 처방할 수 있죠. 우울증 약이나
Yeah.
아니면
Antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication.
불안장애에 관련된 약이나 그런 약은 모두 정신과 의사가 처방하는 거죠.
Yep, that's
네.
correct.
제가 하는 일이 가장 다른 거는 저는 만나서 주로 대화를 하죠.
Yeah, so for counselors, it seems like you do a lot of talk therapy. You're talking with people about their issues and helping them to kind of work through whatever it is that they've come with.
그 대화를 하는 데는 다 목적이 있고 사용하는 테크닉이 다르고 그리고 그 테크닉을 통해서 어떤 결과를 얻어내기 위한 대화죠.
Yeah, it's like you use those theories that you've had and the techniques that you have in order to get that result or help that person walk towards the solution that they're looking for.
아닌 사람도 있지만 어떤 사람들은 어떤 한 분야에 초점을 맞춘 사람들도 있는 거죠. CBT 같은 경우도 있고 행동 교정에 이 포커스를 맞춘 분들도 아주 셀 수 없을 정도로 많지는 않지만 아직도 개발이 되고 있는 이론들이 있고 굉장히 많은 것 같아요. 그 이론에 따라서 사용하는 테크닉이 다르고.
Yeah, there's so many theoretical orientations out there, and you're right. The most common one is CBT or cognitive behavioral therapy, but there's also behavioral therapy out there. There's various kinds of humanistic styles like psychodynamic that's out there, and it just varies on how people conceptualize and think about their cases.
맞아요. 그렇다고 오해하면 안 되는 게 항상 모든 한마디를 얘기할 때마다 다음엔 무슨 테크닉을 사용할까 이러고 하진 않죠. 왜냐하면
Yeah.
가장 중요한 거는 신뢰이기 때문에 서로 인간 대 인간으로서 신뢰가 쌓여야 이 찾아온 클라이언트도 내 속 얘기를 할 수 있겠죠. 그렇기 때문에 신뢰를 쌓는 게 가장 중요한 것 같아요.
Yeah, I think you make a really good point in that therapists like you and me, we're not thinking it's like, oh, what should I say next? It's like, what are you going to say next? It's like, we're not playing like this verbal judo with you to like make you trip up or somewhere. We're really there just to listen to them.
주도라는 말이 되게 재밌네요.
Verbal
말로
judo.
유도하는 것 같은데 그렇진 않죠 우리가. 네.
No. We just really want to listen. And that's the biggest part of what we're doing there. We want to listen to fully understand that person.
그게 지금까지 말씀드린 게 간단하게 말할 수 있는 상담인 것 같아요. 그러면 여기서 우리가 받은 트레이닝도 다르고 그리고 어떤 부분은 비슷한 일을 하는데 쌤이 다르게 하는 일은 뭐가 있나요?
Yes. So the talk therapy is where we do have a lot of overlap. We do a lot of therapy in that manner.
많이 하는 분야가 이 토크 테라피도 있지만 테스팅을 할 수 있는 거죠.
Yeah. So, you're right. Psychologists have extensive training in doing psychological assessment, and these assessments can range from doing academic assessments, finding out, how are you good at math and writing, to intelligence tests like how smart are you, what are your cognitive abilities, to doing neurological tests to find out if you've had any issues lately with your brain. There's also testing in regards to your personality and figuring out not so much the personality that you find on those internet quizzes, but really, is there an abnormality in the way that you understand yourself and people around you?
심리학자를 찾아가서
Yeah.
할 수 있는 테스트 중에 IQ 테스트가 있을 수 있겠고 그 다음에 인성 검사라고 하죠. 퍼스널리티 테스트인데 회사나 교회에서 많이 하는 것 중에 뭐 MBTI나 그런 테스트를 많이 하죠. 근데 그런 테스팅을 하는 것보다는 포커스가 좀 다르죠. 좀 더 자세하고 그리고 전문적인 분야에 대한 테스팅을 하는 거죠. 그 간단한 예를 한 두 가지 정도 들어줄 수 있나요?
Yeah, the psychological tests out there are designed for mental health professionals like you and me to figure out if what's going on in someone's life is normal or if it's not normal. And that helps us to figure out if they have some sort of diagnosis. Where it's taken a step, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, too far is when those tests are being used for other purposes. So we have a test out there that's being determined. It's like, oh, you have this personality, therefore you should do this job, or you should be in this role because of that. And I think that can be dangerous because those tests were not originally designed to do that.
그 테스트라는 것도 그러니까 생각 분야도 굉장히 많지만 그리고 일반적으로 생각하는 이 사람은 어떤 사람이다라고 진단을 내리는 목적보다는 그러니까 좀 더 깊이가 있군요.
Yeah. Yeah.
그래서 우리가 오늘 어떻게 다른지 구분을 하기 위해서 얘기를 시작했는데 아니면 어떻게 같은 비슷한 면이 있는지 얘기를 하고 있는데 딱 잘라서 말하기는 좀 힘든 것 같아요.
That's true. Yeah, we're trying to talk about what the commonalities and or similarities and differences we have in our profession, but it is getting a little murky.
그렇죠. 일을 할 때 제 입장에서 생각할 수 있는 건 그렇죠. 제가 어떤 클라이언트를 만났는데 이 사람은 내 문제가 이겁니다라고 말하고 있지만 어쩔 때는 그거보다 다른 문제가 있을 것 같을 때도 있거든요. 그런 경우에 제가 쌤 같은 심리학자한테 보내가지고 테스트를 받기를 권할 수도 있고.
Yeah, if you get a client that has some sort of issue, or maybe they have a disorder or a disability that seems severe and not quite the reason why they came in, and you want some assessment done, you could go to see a psychologist who can provide additional information through that.
반대로 심리학자가 어떤 이유로 테스팅을 받았는데 이 사람은 뭐 이런 이렇게 우리가 진단을 할 수 있지만 토크 테라피가 필요한 것 같다. 그럴 경우에 저 같은 상담사한테 한번 만나보는 게 어떠냐 하고 권할 수도 있는 거고. 그리고 우리가 잠깐 얘기했지만 우리 둘 다 정신과 의사는 아니지만
Right.
정신과 의사가 필요한 경우는 이런 지금 우리가 심리학자로서 이런 테스팅을 해봤는데 또 이런 문제가 있는 것 같습니다 라고 할 수도 있고 제가 만나봤을 때 뭐 우울증 내지는 불안장애인 것 같은데 지금 그냥 토크 테라피보다 약이 같이 처방이 된다면
So if someone needs medication, they could go to see a psychiatrist and get a referral there. It's possible psychologists may refer to a counselor because there's a certain area that maybe the counselor specializes in that the psychologist doesn't. I think it gets difficult for a lot of the professionals as well as people out there because all three can do a lot of things that the other can do as well. And so it's hard to find an exact difference among them. I think one of the big differences that you'll find out there is that the cost among these three professionals are very different.
맞아요. 그게 제가 제일 불만이 큰 부분이기도 하고요. 물론 경험에 따라 다르고 또 자기 전문 분야 따라서 다르지만 그러니까 굉장히 소수의 사람들이 찾는 전문적인 분야를 그쪽에서 일을 하는 사람들은 굉장히 많은 돈을 차지하기도 해요.
Yeah,
상담으로서.
psychiatrists and
네.
psychologists will charge a lot more than your LPC counselors.
그렇죠. 근데 제가 알고 있기로 제 주변에 알아봤을 때 일반적으로 톡 테라피 같은 경우에 1시간에 차지하는 동안이 그러니까 평균 100불 정도가 돼요.
Yeah, most counselors or therapists that are out there, and we haven't even gone into all the other ones like social workers and licensed marriage family
그렇죠.
therapists, but a single session could run around $100 per session.
그러면서 뭐 그다음에 경험이나 그리고 뭐 교육 정도에 따라서 계속 올라갈 수 있죠.
Yeah, and
네.
depending on the issue or the specialty, it could continually go up.
제가 박사학위를 공부하고 있는 가장 큰 이유기도 하고요.
Yes, you are studying to get your doctoral degree.
심리학자 경우에는 어떤가요? 토크 테라피 경우로 일단 먼저 얘기를 해보죠. 1시간에 피가 어느 정도 되나요?
So yeah, psychologists can charge. I've seen psychologists go as low as $150 a session, and I've seen in places like the big cities out there where cost of living is much higher, charge is up to like $500 a session. And that's mostly for the counseling, but assessments also are different too. I remember when I was in graduate school, I worked part-time for a private psychologist, and she charged around $2,000 per assessment. And it was a full-on assessment that took usually 2 to 3 days to complete. And that's kind of what I've seen before. And I know that those kinds of private assessments cost anywhere from I've seen up to $5,000.
대단하군요.
Yeah, it is.
정신과 의사의 경우는 뭐 인슈런스에 관계된 얘기까지 해야 되고 너무 우리가
Yes.
얘기하기에는 너무 전문 분야라
We can't even talk about insurance.
네.
That's a whole nother
그건 다른
topic.
에피소드에서 그 전문가분을 모셔다가
Yeah.
다시 따로 얘기해 보도록 하죠.
Yeah, let's have another chat about
네,
that.
오늘 아주 간단한 오늘도 그렇게 많은 설명은 못한 것 같아요.
Yeah, we kind of missed a few things and subtleties, but I feel like we got the main points
그냥
across.
가장 중요한 뭐 구분할 수 있는 방법 그리고 어떤 부분이 비슷한지.
Yeah.
오늘은 이 정도로 하고 다음에는 아까 우리 시작할 때 얘기했던 것처럼 그럼 정말로 우리가 그 사람들 찾아간다면 어떤 과정을 거치거나 아니면 어떻게 찾아가야 되는지.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea for our next episode for us to figure out how to find therapy and what therapy is like. So, yeah, I hope you all join us next time.
네, 다음에 만나서 그럼 또
네.
얘기하죠.
See you next time.